Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to Blue Chip Algo's YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to launch a new product called Trade Scalper Web. If you're a regular user, you already know that bluechipalgos.com is the site where we host a lot of algo tools. These are innovative tools helpful for both beginners and advanced traders. For many years, we had this Trade Scalper desktop version, which is a powerful trading tool for professional traders. So you have a lot of advanced features in this, and you can also use the option chain, trade book settings, and all these things. So these are very advanced features that people have been trading for so long. But one thing that people continuously ask us is to make it into a web version. So here we are. Now we have the web version. We will talk about this version in detail. But before that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe, because in the next few months we are going to bring a lot of advanced tools, and if you don't want to miss them, then subscribe to the channel and you get notified whenever we launch a new algo tool. And there is one great offer as well, which we generally release during product launches. To know about that offer, watch the video till the end. All right, so as I mentioned, this is a web version of Trade Scalper. Before I begin, just understand that you can trade in any segment using this tool, like index options, futures, even we support MCX, equity. All these things are available in this Trade Scalper web version. We will go block by block because there are a lot of things that we have to discuss. First is this generic block where you can choose whichever symbol you generally trade in. So you can choose capital or lots. For option buyers also, this is very helpful. Let's say you have 50,000 rupees. You can just put 50,000 rupees and then you can hit on enter button. The tool automatically divides or decides how many lots can be taken based on the LTP. It considers LTP and then of course the number of shares that one lot has, and based on these two parameters and of course your capital, it automatically divides and then picks up the quantity. And then of course you have regular target, stop loss, trailing stop loss, and trail to cost as well. Now let's come to these special blocks. We have two blocks here. One is normal mode and the second one is called scalping mode. Normal mode is where you choose to pick the strike, order type, and other things, but there are again a lot of customization that is possible in this normal mode as well. First thing is, when it comes to strike, you can directly choose to pick your strike that you are interested in trading, but mostly what happens is traders always love to trade in ATM or maybe ATM plus one minus one, like that, instead of choosing a specific strike. In such cases, it is extremely difficult for you to go first look at the underlying price and then pick your strike. So for cases like that, in the settings section, we have already given for an option for you to choose strike view. You can choose specific strikes if you want, or you can also select ATM, OTM, ITM. If you select ATM, OTM, ITM, then you can just put ATM, and every time the underlying changes, ATM changes automatically in the back end, right? So for example, you can see that now it is 23,995 and the ATM price is 24,000. This is the strike that the tool has already chosen, right? So you can also choose that. Order type also, we have given 4 types of orders. One is market, limit, buy above, sell below, and then even underlying also. For example, now the market is at 23,994 something. Now let's say you want to buy only about 24,050. Okay, you can just select underlying and then 24,050 and then hit on enter. So it goes to the pending state, and once the price reaches 24,050, only then your position will be taken. This is extremely helpful for traders who do analysis on underlying and then take the positions in options. 90% of the traders, they do analysis on underlying charts, right? And it's very difficult to wait until that level and then take it. Let's say you have a support and resistance. It is difficult for you to wait until that and then take once the resistance or support level reaches. With this way, you can preset everything and then just hit on enter, and once this level is reached, only then the position is taken. So for example, you can see that now I have already selected that and it goes to the pending state. Yeah, you can see that the status is in pending, right? So once the level reaches, then this position will be taken. And then of course you have all other common types like MIS and NRML, and then SLL difference is the difference between the trigger price and the limit price. Let's say you are placing a stop loss order, or you want to place a limit order. In this case, the broker asks for 2 prices, right? So that's the difference that you want to place. By default, it's 10%, but if you want, you can change it. And another thing I want to tell you is when it comes to target and stop loss, you have a lot of things to choose from. Generally, you don't find these in other platforms. You can, place your target in terms of points, MTM, or for example, if you put 10 points, it's a simple 10 point from your entry price. You can put it in terms of MTM, like 100 rupees, 200 rupees, percentage, 1%, 2%, absolute. If you already know the value, let's say you want to take an option that is around 200 rupees. So you can put a target of 300 here, absolute value. So when it reaches 300, it will be taken. Or you can also choose underlying. Once again, this is a specialty of the application. You can, let's say you have taken when the price reaches 24,050, you can place here 24,100. This is the target, and then stop loss also you can place 23,900 or 23,950, whatever you want. So when these underlying levels reach, the position will be exited, and you can preset these even before entering into the position. That's the specialty of this application. Okay, and then you also have trailing stop loss and then trail to cost. Again, trailing stop loss also you can choose between points, MTM, and percent. So trailing stop loss is very easy. You can say that when the market moves in my direction for 10 points, which means when you are in 10 points profit, trail my stop loss also by 10 points. Okay, let's say you bought it 100 rupees, 90 rupees is the stop loss. If the stock moves from 100 to 110, your trailing also will move from 90 to 100. Okay, trail to cost, very simple. If you put 20 points, once you get 20 points profit, the stop loss will be trailed to cost price. And then there is also something called scalping mode. This is especially developed for scalpers. For scalpers, speed is everything, right? So you can switch on the scalping mode, and then always you have CE ATM and PE ATM. Once you think that your buy has started, or the buy signal came, you can simply use these buttons: buy, exit. E is for exit, and then sell, exit. And before we move further, I want to tell you that generally what happens is when you are trading, you keep observing your chart, right? Let's say trading view charts or your broker charts, and you need a quick way to place the order. So many people, what they do is they go and first analyze the chart, and then they come back to the application, and then they place the orders. This is like wasting 1 or 2 seconds, which is very valuable when it comes to trading. So what we have done is we have given this pop out options. So when you click on that pop out, simply this window will come out. Now you can put this window anywhere on top of your trading view chart or Zerodha chart or whatever, or whoever is your broker. And then once in the background you get the buy signal, immediately you can hit on buy button, right? And if you don't want, you can just again click on that. Same pop out is available for this normal mode also. So these are extremely useful. Try these out and tell me how these are being useful. I'm very sure people love this, because even in our desktop product also we have that pop out in our scalping mode, and many people commented that this is very, very useful, and so we have implemented the same in the web version as well. And then comes option chain. So you can see that if you switch on the option chain, you can see all the strikes. This is very useful, especially if you want to shift between the strikes. Okay, and of course we are also developing a full-fledged option chain with all the Greeks, so that will be available very shortly. And once that is available, you can also choose all the Greeks like delta, vega, gamma, everything, whatever you want. All right, so this is an option chain. Even option chain also you can pop out, and you can place it anywhere and trade accordingly. And then you have the recent trade section. So this recent trade section will show you only the recent trade. All right, whatever is the recent open position that you have chosen, that position will be shown here. So in this case, you can see that the recent position is this, because this one is still in pending. 24,050 is not yet met. So this recent position that's taken, this position is now shown in the recent trade section. Now, one important thing about recent trade section is we gave this because so many people generally after they exit, they enter another position. So they have only one position holding all the time. For those people, this recent trade section really helps a lot to track what is the LTP, what is the entry price, what is the P&L and all. All right, that position is exited, no worries. So we will take one more position now at market price. So let's go with the market and then take a position. Now you can see that there is a position running, and in the recent trade section, LTP is 41 and entry is also at 41. So let's say you want to give a target of maybe 50. All right, and if you want, when the market is actually running, you can quickly change it also to 51, 52, 53, like that. Okay, so you can see that the target is updated successfully in milliseconds, and I'm not able to place the stop loss, and this is very important detail, because in the settings section we have actually given what parameters you want to place in trading terminal. So for example, if you select SL, stop loss order will be placed in the terminal. If you put target will be placed. If you put both will be placed in the terminal. And just because stop loss is already selected, now stop loss is placed in the terminal, and so this option is disabled, because if there is already an order in the terminal, if you change more than 25 times, then the trading will be halted for you, for your account, for that particular day. This is NSE rule, and so we have to be very careful when we are very frequently modifying in the broker terminal. Okay, so for that reason, whatever you choose to put in the terminal, that one will be disabled. In case if you want to change the stop loss in the application itself, then all you have to do is just put none here and come back, and you will see that the stop loss is open now. Now I can put the stop loss as 30, and when the market keeps moving up and down, I can adjust these two as well. So these are the very minute things that most applications ignore, and these are extremely useful for scalpers and day traders. All right, and three specialist buttons: flip, buy, sell, flip CEPE, and trail to cost now. All right, so flip buy, again, these three are absolutely important if you are a day trader. Flip, buy, sell means, let's say you are in a buy position. Now I'm in a buy position, right? And market is suddenly moving down. Okay, in that case, I don't want to exit the stop loss and I mean cancel the stop loss, exit the position, and then enter in the reverse position. I don't want to do all right, I think that position is stop loss hit. So let's take another position again. Now you can see that the LTP is 45 and the entry is also okay, 45. So let's say our target is 70 rupees and stop loss is 10 rupees, and you can see that both target and stop loss are updated. If you hit on flip, buy, sell, this position will be exited, and then immediately put option will be taken. You can see that this buy position will be converted to sell position. So I have hit on flip, buy, sell. We'll see in the trade book. Yeah, you can see that the buy position has been exited and then sell has been taken. Likewise, you also have CE and PE flip, where you can convert your call option to put option and put option to call option in less than a second. And then trial to cost. Now let's say you observed that you are in profit and you want to trial your stop loss to cost immediately. You don't have to wait for anything. Just click on T2C now button, and then the stop loss will be trailed to cost immediately. But for this button to work, remember, you have to be in profit. Only when you are in profit, you can trail the stop loss to cost, right? So these three are extremely useful, again, if you are a scalper or intraday trader. And then we have global settings. There are three sections in this. One is called global MTM exit and SL trailing. Global MTM exit means very simple: profit and loss. What is the profit and loss that you want to give? Let's say 5,000 rupees is the profit and 5,000 rupees is the loss that you want to give. When these levels hit, then all the positions will be exited. Let's say you have 5 positions. All 5 positions will be exited once this profit and loss is hit. And likewise, you can also trail it. So let's say you give 1,000 rupees here and 1,000 rupees here. So for every 1,000 rupees profit that you get, okay, your stop loss will also be logged 1,000 rupees. And then underlying exit, already we discussed about underlying entry. If you remember, here we have something called underlying based entry, where you can give the underlying price. Like that, you can also give underlying exit also. If market reaches 24,100, you want to exit, or 23,900, you want to exit. You can just enter the values and hit on update. And then we also have lock and trail. Very powerful. Again, you can lock your profit, you can trail your profits. So let's say if profit reaches 500 rupees, then lock minimum profit at 100. So what happens is, once market reaches 500 rupees profit and you enter 100 here, even if market takes a U-turn and comes back at 100 rupees profit, the position will be exited and you will go back home with at least 100 rupees profit. So this is like a nice way to lock the minimum profit once market starts moving in your direction. And then we can also add more to this. It's like having extra control. You will also from here onwards you also say that for every 50 rupees increase in the profit, trial by 50 rupees. Once market goes beyond this 500 rupees, for every 50 rupees you will also keep trailing 50 rupees. So let's say it goes from 500 to 550, then this 100 becomes 150 rupees locking, then again 50 rupees profit, which means this goes to 600 rupees, then this becomes 200 rupees locking. So like that, as long as market keeps going in your direction, this locked profit also keeps going higher and higher. So all these things are risk control that helps you to avoid turning your profit position to loss position. You can lock your profits or trailing stop losses using all these risk control buttons. And then we also have trade book. As I said, you can also do a few exits. Let's say you have 5 positions, you can select a few positions and then exit selected, or partial exit. You also have half exit buttons. H exits are nothing but half exits. Okay, let's say you have 5 lots or 6 lots. If you want to do half exit, just hit on half exit. Automatically in 1 second or less than 1 second, 3 lots will be exited. If you have odd number, then obviously it will go by mathematical calculation. 2.5 is nothing but 3, so obviously 3 lots will be exited. And then you have flip buttons for individual positions, trial to cost. If you want, you can also bulk select and do flip, buy, sell, flip, CAPA, and then trial to cost. Now all these things you can do for bulk operations as well. And we also have given light theme and dark theme. You can choose whichever is your favorite one. And coming to the setting section, as I mentioned, you can trade in whatever segment you want, and then whether you want to go by strike prices or ATM OTMs. And then order placing, whichever parameter you want to place in the terminal, you can choose even that also. Only stop loss you want to place in terminal, only target, both, none, whatever you want. And then we also have strikes and expiry. You can choose whichever expiry you want to trade. We support current weekly, current monthly, and even next expiries also. And even underlying, very very important. Some people do the analysis by spot, some people do it by futures. So you can decide which one you want, whether you want to go with the spot price or future price. Remember, if you select future here, current future, everything in the dashboard will be followed as per future price. For example, you are putting underlying here, it will be futures underlying. Even here also futures underlying. Even here also, if you give some value, the value follows the futures price. So this is like a one place which decides whether your underlying price is spot or future. And then you also have keyboard shortcuts. I know some people are very fast, very speed, and they want to place orders in milliseconds. For them, this is like a real weapon. They can also use these keyboard shortcuts. This is the mobile view, and in the mobile view you don't see both scalping and normal. You have to choose whichever you want. This is the normal mode. If you want to shift to scalping mode, just toggle the button and then you will go to the scalping mode. And you also have the option chain in this, or the trade book, and all the advanced features that we have just discussed. So yeah, these are some of the features that users can make use of and place their trades very fast to protect their profits, protect their trailing stop losses. And as I mentioned, you also have some great tools like pop outs. You can pop out and you can place it anywhere. So try it on and let us know your feedback. But one very important point that I want all of you to understand: whenever we launch a product, we give this product free for lifetime for 25 members. And as part of the tradition, we have once again opened up this offer to 25 members. So whoever wants to avail this tool free for lifetime, not just this tool, all the tools worth 85,000 rupees free for lifetime, all you have to do is you can open a trading account using our referral ID in LS Blue or Angel One, and you can avail these tools free for lifetime. All the tools cost more than 85,000 rupees per year, but you get it free every year, which means every year you save around 85,000 rupees. All right, but this is only for 25 members. In case if you are interested, please make sure that you reach out to our WhatsApp number. We leave the number in the description, and once the account is opened, then all these tools will be given for free of cost. In fact, you will be actually our platinum member. Platinum members are the people who have the highest privilege. Okay, they have the golden key to unlock any tool that we have on our website. And for platinum members, we also give static IP free, which is as per the latest regulations. So that's all we have for this video. And in case if you enjoyed the video, please like. Thank you and have a great day. One more important thing is you can even trade using this tool in your mobile. So you can see here